Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today's video, there's a lot for me to cover because I just watched the Reverse 1999 live stream. The game is officially available for pre-download, so you guys can download the game by going to the website. If you're on PC, you could go to the website. I'm going to put the link in the description, and for mobile, you can just download it in the App Store and Google Play. But I'm going to talk about banners, gameplay, character designs, a lot of new things. But what we're mostly going to talk about is the banner. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn on post notification bells so that you guys can always stay tuned as to when I post new videos. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here on the channel, I created a brand new Discord server, so you can join the server by going to my channel description. You'll see the server link there, and I'll also post a server link in the comment section down below. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into the video. So the live stream. So they basically talked about, gameplay, giving us the release date. I mean, we already knew the release date, but they're basically, confirming the release date and basically just talking about the game story, talking about the characters, banners, and rewards. So one thing I want to talk about is the banners. So for the banners, as you guys can see right here, we're gonna get Matilda, free 5-star character, because we reached a 1 million goal. But in a few minutes here, they're gonna show the banners, so we're gonna wait for that. But I really want to talk about the banners because there's basically two banners going. Like there's in total there's gonna be 3 banners. I don't really count the 30 summon, like the 30 summon banner for guaranteed 6-star character. I don't really count that. I'm counting the standard banner and the 2 limited banners. Those are the only banners I'm counting. So I want to talk about the 2 limited banners. So we're gonna wait for that to pop up. But for that banner, I feel like you guys, once you guys see the banner, you guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like you guys should skip. I think her name is Soltsby. Yeah, Soltsby. Me personally, I'm not gonna summon for her, and it's not because she's not good. She's really good character. She's actually really good. It's just the reason why I'm not going for her is because a knight's banner is way more busted and has way more value than Soltsby banner. I feel like Soltsby is a good character, but her banner is not that good compared to a knight. Of course, in Soltsby's banner, she has Charlie. Charlie's a really decent character. She's actually really strong. She's really good. I think she's a mental DPS character, so she is really good. It's just that compared to a knight's banner, you have a knight who is a DPS unit, and he can basically give himself energy and spam his ultimate, because when he does his skills, he can literally use his ultimate because his skills give him moxie points. And we have another character that's able to provide shield, and we also have another character. Okay, as you guys can see right here, 30 summons guarantee, a 6-star character. So basically in this banner we have Eternity, Regulus, and Lila. Honestly, in this banner, the main character I'm going to go for in this banner is Eternity. That's like the main character I want. And you guys can see right here, this is Sothby's banner. So you guys see Sotheby, you see Charlie, and you see X. And this is a knight's banner. We have a knight. We have, I don't want to say Cornbloom. I'm going to say Cornbloom. But that's pretty much the banner. So the reason why his banner, let me go ahead and stop it right here. So you guys can see the difference, and I'm going to pull up a tier list for you guys so you guys can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. These characters in the Knight's banner, they're absolutely good. They're busted, especially Cornbloom. Cornbloom, she's a really good unit to use, and a knight as well. Like, the characters in this banner are just overall good. And we look at Sothby's banner, we have X, Charlie, and Sotheby. Now for Sotheby is a good damage over time unit, but to be honest, there's no, okay, right now, she doesn't have a specific team that can benefit her damage over time. It's like we're gonna have to wait for her, like wait for a solid damage over time team in the future, because she does, poison. So we're gonna have to wait for that in the future. But for now, Sotheby, she's, I don't know, kind of mid, because that poison over time, it is good, and she's also a healer as well. But I feel like later on in the future, she's going to provide more value if we end up having a damage over time team. And of course we have Charlie. Charlie's just a good unit overall. Like if you want to go for Sotheby's banner just to get Charlie, I don't blame you, because Charlie's actually a really good character. But for X is not that bad either, but I feel like Sotheby, she's a decent character, but I feel like she will excel in the end game once we end up having a poison team or a team that benefits her with her damage over time kit. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to Pridewind so that we can go ahead and check these characters' kits. Alright guys, so as you guys can see right here, we have Sotheby. So for Sotheby's kit, her ultimate, she has mass attack. She deals 350% reality damage to all enemies and all active poison and cure statuses on every character that take effect immediately. Now remember, if you guys haven't watched the live stream, remember that you have to use your cards, your skill cards wisely. And the reason why is because if you want to enhance your skill cards, that's going to count as an action. And if you want to enhance them, you have to basically move your skill cards to another skill card to enhance them, and that's going to count as an action. So you basically have 3 actions in total, and if you move a card, that's going to count as you using 1 action, so you have 2 actions left. So I feel like the most important thing with characters in this game is that you want a character that can benefit you if their skill is still good when, like, with just 1 card, like with 1 enhancement. Because if a character is good with a max enhanced card, you're gonna have to keep moving. You're gonna have to waste all of your actions just to enhance that character's skill to make them, really good. So the one thing I'm really looking for in characters in this game is to find a character that is really good with just 1 enhancement. If their card can provide a lot of value with just 1 enhancement, then I can just use that card instead of just, wasting all my actions, moving my cards around, and, I just get completely annihilated. So that's one thing, we have to remember. So for her ultimate, she does reality damage, and she basically immediately procs the poison and cure when she does her ultimate. So when she does her ultimate, if the enemy has poison, she will immediately proc that damage, and if she also has cure, if your team has cure, then she will immediately proc that cure as well. So her ultimate is just like, damage and then like an immediate proc. And then for her first skill, it's basically a debuff. She has a mass attack, deals 80% reality damage to 2 enemies, inflicts poison status for 2 rounds. When the round ends, deals the caster's attack times 30% Genesis damage. So Genesis damage, I'm pretty sure Genesis damage is just damage over time, because she's reality damage, but it says for poison, when she deals poison damage, it changes to Genesis damage. So the first thing you want to do in order for her to, do her poison damage, she has to inflict it with her skill. So you have to do her first skill first, and then once you do her first skill, once you do her ultimate skill, then you can immediately proc that poison. So the poison will proc every time in like a round ends. As you guys can see, when a round ends, it deals damage based off of her attack. So that's pretty much how she works. And the more you enhance this card, the skill card, the longer the poison can last on the enemy. So that's pretty much her first skill. And if for her second skill, it's literally the same thing as her first skill, except it's healing. As you guys can see, it's cure. So she basically inflicts cure on your team on your entire team, and this will last for 2 rounds. And the more you enhance this skill card, the more she can heal your team. So that's pretty much her kit. She's a pretty simple character, but just remember, skill card usage is going to be very important in this game, because if a character requires, if you have a character and they require 3 enhancement, I'm going to call these enhancements, like, for 1 enhancement, 2 enhancement, 3 enhancements. If a character requires 3 enhancement, in my opinion, that character is not that good, because you're basically wasting all your actions just to, make that character good, just to make that character provide value to your team. So remember, card usage is very important, and I feel like for Sotheby, her card usage won't be that bad, because her ultimate, she can immediately proc the poison and cure, and then for her triple dose, you can just inflict the poison and it will last for 2 rounds. So I feel like Sophie, she's going to be she's very action friendly. I'll say she's action friendly. She won't really require you to, continuously move her cards around so that you can enhance it. It's just that if you want to move her cards around to enhance, you just have to, you'll basically enhance the damage and you're going to enhance like the healing. So that's pretty much your kit. Now we go to other characters. Now we look at a knight. We go to a knight's banner. Where's he at? A knight is really it's really hard to find some of these characters in this website. Okay, here it is. So we have a knight. Now for a knight, he is a DPS unit. And the reason why I feel like a knight is going to be a really solid unit is because he is very skill friendly. So if we look at his ultimate, mass attack deals 400% reality damage to all enemies. If any target is defeated, then inflicts 1 stack of rousing morale on all enemies. Rousing morale, when the caster attacks, damage bonus plus 50%, -1 stack after trigger. So he does a lot of damage. He has damage bonus buff. And if we go to his skills, this is what makes him absolutely good. The Moxie +1. So you can basically spam his ultimate because Moxie basically means your ultimate skill gauge. The more I think you need 5 points. You need 5 Moxie points in order for you to do your ultimate. And the fact that he can regenerate ultimate skill points by using his skill, not even just his skill, but both of his skills, that's absolutely insane. Like, you can literally just spam his first enhancement skill and just immediately spam his ultimate after that, and you're good. So I feel like a knight is going to be a really good character to use because of he's pretty much action friendly and he can do good damage. So I feel like a knight, in my opinion, I feel like a knight is a way better option than Sotheby because he's good in early game and he's also good in late game. So a knight is a really solid unit to pick. And the next unit we have in Sotheby's, that was a knight. Now I want to talk about Sotheby's banner. Where there was another character in Sotheby's banner. The character in Sotheby's banner, I think it was X. Yeah, where's X at? Where are you, X? Where's the Twitter icon at? Okay, there he is. So X. So we have Dispeller, DPS, and Control. So we look at X's ultimate. Mass attack deals 250% reality damage and Moxie -2 to all enemies. So his kit is literally the opposite of a knight. He's able to reduce the enemy's ultimate skill gauge and prevent them from using their ultimate. So he's basically a debuffer. And we look at his first skill, 1 target attack deals 200% reality damage, and then for his second enhancement, deals 250% reality damage and dispels all stats up in pause statuses from the target. And then for his third enhancement, basically increases his damage. So he's basically like a dispeller at this point. He's a dispeller and he can prevent the enemy from using their ultimate. And then we go to his second skill. 1 target attack deals 200% reality damage, and then for his second enhancement, he dispels all counter from the target. So if the target has, a counter where if you attack them, they'll immediately attack you back, he will immediately dispel that. So I'll say X is a solid unit to pick to basically counter units. But compared to a Knight's banner, I feel like a Knight's banner has way more value compared to Sotheby's banner. X is still a good character. He's still a solid character. The fact that he can dispel, literally prevent enemies from using their ultimate and also counters, he's really good. So it's really hard, but at this point, it's pretty clear as to which banner is the best one. Now, another character we have in Sotheby's banner is Charlie. Now, Charlie is actually really good. Like, she's really, really good. And I would actually recommend, like, if you guys are still going for Sotheby's banner, I would actually recommend you guys, let's say you lose 50-50 on Sotheby's banner. If you lose 50-50 to, actually not lose 50-50 because she's a 5-star character. Okay, if you end up getting a 5-star character and it's Charlie, I would recommend you guys to stick with her because Charlie is actually really good. Now it all comes down to whether or not you have other characters that can benefit Charlie, because Charlie is a mental unit and she is a DPS. So pairing her up with a unit such as Baby Blue, because Baby Blue is literally one of the best mental supports in the game, because she can buff up mental damage. So not buff up mental damage, but basically reduce mental defense. So she will basically allow your mental units to do more damage. So Charlie is definitely going to be a good unit to pair up with Baby Blue. And it all comes down to whether or not the character is action friendly. So if the character, if it requires them to, use their third enhancement skill a lot, then that really sucks. But if their kit is good the way it is, like just at one enhancement, then that's perfectly fine. And looking at her kit, it seems like she's going to be really action friendly. So Charlie is definitely a good pick. Now the next unit we have is none other than Corn Bloom. I'm just gonna say Corn Bloom. It's really hard to say her name, but she is a 5-star unit, and the reason why she is so good is because for her ultimate is a single target. She deals 550% reality damage and inflicts seal for 2 rounds. If the target is immune to seal, Moxie -2 to the target instead. Her ultimate is cracked. The fact that she's able to seal the enemy's ultimate, they basically can't use their ultimate, and if the enemy counters that seal, then she will basically reduce their Moxie, basically their ultimate skill gauge, and they literally can't do their ultimate. No matter what, they can't do their ultimate. So her ultimate is basically a guaranteed seal. Her ultimate basically completely blocks the enemy from using their ultimate, which is absolutely insane. So this is what makes her absolutely cracked. And if we look at her skills, Mass Attack deals 135% reality damage to 2 enemies. If the target is in stats down, negative stats, or control statuses, this attack deals 30% more reality damage. So just looking at her kit, she's going to be that type of unit where she's going to do damage. She's going to seal the enemy. They can't use their ultimate. She has a mass debuff, which reduces reality defense and also increases damage taken. So Corn Bloom overall, busted unit, broken unit, because she is action friendly and her ultimate skill is just broken. So Corn Bloom is also another good unit to use. There's so many good units in a Knight's banner that it's pretty clear that his banner is the best option in my opinion. So if we go back over here, we got the 2 banners. We got Sotheby and we got a Knight. In my opinion, I recommend you guys to go for a Knight. A Knight's banner is just way better. You have Tanat. Tanat is also a shield. She's like a shielder, really solid unit. Corn Bloom, really good in a Knight. Just an he's basically an energy unit. He gives himself energy and he's able to use his ultimate. So this banner I feel like is really good. And remember, you have to make sure that these characters are actually action friendly, so that you don't have to always waste your actions just to, move your cards around and enhance the cards. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the banners. And after that, they pretty much talked about events. There's going to be 73 summons in total. So for people who are trying to reroll, you can basically, reroll over and over again, and you're just going to get 73 summons. So the reroll in this game is absolutely god tier, because you can literally skip the chapters, you can skip the dialogue and just immediately get into the story. You only need to clear chapter 1 or I think chapter 4 in order for you to have access to the summon mechanic. Not chapter 4, but level 4 of chapter 1, and you'll be able to unlock the summon mechanic. So they're doing a really good job. The live stream was absolutely amazing. They went through everything. They talked about gameplay, they showed us everything, they showed rewards, talked about the story. Everything just went by smoothly. They didn't hide anything from us. Really good live stream. But anyways, there's literally 16 hours left before the game drops. Now there's a code right here, enter the show. This is the first code is actually active right now. So as soon as the game drops, actually it's not active right now, it's active basically when the game drops. So as soon as the game drops, make sure you guys enter this code. It's called enter the show. That's the first code. You get 60 clear jobs plus materials. So That's pretty much the first active code. Anyways, I'll be leaving the video at that. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Put your thoughts down below in the comment section of like, what you guys think. But anyways, I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.